Hello, everyone. My name is Troy, and welcome back to Who's That Girl, my interview series where I sit down and chat with women in wrestling from all around the world, both inside and outside of the ring. And today we are joined by a very special guest, one of my newest favorite discoveries, the Spark Jada Stone. Jada, how are
I'm
you?
doing so well, and I'm doing even better now that I'm on your show.
Oh, I'm so happy that you are on here. Before this, you said you were finishing up some schoolwork, you went out to the
Yeah.
gym. Girl, how's the hustle doing? Like, how are you?
I'm doing so well. I've been kind of in hustle mode since I came back from Japan, man. I've been kind of like
Right.
on the grind, and I have like a different mentality now since being out there. So I've been kind of, just focusing on Jada and trying to get Jada to the next level.
Yeah, like you were still hustling even though you were in Japan. You were working these matches with different people with a style that you sort of just got into, and you were
Mhm.
doing fantastic. And the moment I saw you wrestle for the first time, I said, "We need to get her on Who's That Girl." So, yeah, super excited to have you on. Before we do start, I saw you talking about this on the timeline the other day, because Elimination Chamber happened, and we got some girls fighting. We got some girls fighting. My God, I know. So, do you think Naomi did it? Do you think Bianca had something to do with it? Because she died.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of peeped Bianca taking off her jacket like right when
Hmm.
Jade's music hit. So I feel like that really has some say so. And I feel like if Naomi did it, she knows she did it, my girl. I feel like she would own up to it. Like, I mean, Jade's already beaten her, but
Hmm.
I feel like she would have been fighting back, but she wasn't. So I feel like, Naomi's just confused. My sister would never. So I'm like, maybe,
Right.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see, but I'm tuned in. I'm tuned in.
Right, right. It's really, really interesting story. Like, cause when Jade came in, like Naomi was like, "What's going on?" And she looked at Bianca, and people were like, "Were they both in on it?" So yeah, I miss having storylines like these where it's like you got to think and
No,
wait for things
literally,
to
because you really
happen.
don't know. It could be anybody.
Hmm.
And then Liv was just
Really,
like,
yeah. And she was looking guilty too. So like
right,
nobody
so
knows.
confused. Oh my God, all over the place.
Yeah, really fun. But yeah, I just really needed to talk about it because it's so fresh, and I saw you were talking about it as well. I mean, who isn't talking about it, right? But yeah, really, really crazy stuff. But yeah, let's move on to you. Just wanted to get that out of the way. So you've openly talked about your starts in wrestling, how you had your brother, I believe, sort of show it to you on the TV, and then you eventually found your favorite wrestler, specifically being Mercedes Moné, being your top inspiration, which she's also mine. We're both crew here. We're both crew here.
Um,
Yeah, we see each other. We see each other. So I just want to know, like, she's your number one inspiration, and since leaving WWE, she's had so much competition, so much matches, so much history made. So I just wanted to know, like, out of all of those post WWE stuff she's been doing all around the world, like, what's a standout moment she's had for you?
um, I would have to say when she won the TBS title. And I
Against
think
Willow?
I just have to go with that because she literally returned and I was
Yeah.
there. I mean, I was there live. So
Ooh,
I can be biased,
okay.
but I saw her win that live and it was in Vegas and it was so lit and
Right.
the crowd was amazing and they gave her everything I felt like we gave her everything I felt like she needed.
Mhm.
I feel like that will always be one of my favorite moments, but I feel like I love everything that she's doing now and I love that
Yeah.
she's freaking about to wrestle on the indies. Like this
Right.
I'm like, what? Mercedes.
Mm.
Um that's so freaking cool cuz like
Yeah.
watching her growing up, I would have never in a million years imagined that like she would be wrestling on a promotion that I could possibly be on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I just always considered her up here and she is up here, but the fact that she is on a different promotion now and she can work for, indie promotions,
Yeah.
like promotions that we're busting our butts on. It's cool that she's still grinding because she don't have to do that. She doesn't. She gets money
Right. Right.
doing everything else. She does not have to do an indie appearance. But she's just so willing to give back to all of the women. I love her. I love her.
Right. And she hasn't really had like her opponent for that indie show announced yet. So
I'm wondering who
Miss
it
Jada
is.
Stone, what's your calendar looking like?
I definitely will be free that day. I
Right.
It's gonna happen. I'm not even worried about it. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen one of these days.
Yeah, it will happen one of these days. And yeah, actually, when I was doing my research, I saw that you also had the chance to train with her.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how crazy that was, but I want to know like what's maybe the biggest takeaway or learning you had from getting to train with one of your idols like Mercedes.
Um, it's crazy because I didn't even know she was gonna be there. So
Mm.
it just kind of like popped up. It kind of was like, yo, what? Like nobody gave me a warning or anything. But
Yeah.
training with her, like it was just so crazy. Like I can't believe it. I still think it's a dream to this day. Just because what? That's my favorite wrestler of all time. Um,
Yeah.
but she taught me a lot. Like we didn't really do too much. We ran the ropes, and then we chained together um for a good minute. And she was just so fluent and so precise with her movement. Like my body knew where to go because she put me there. Um, she always held on to a body part. She never released. She never
Mm.
had space in any of her movements or her hold she did. And she made me look good. And I feel like at the time that's super cool because I'm not used to just like um you know just letting my body relax and
Right.
just going with the flow. Like I'm not used to chaining just because my original coach didn't really teach that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
Okay.
you have to be comfortable doing that and I just wasn't. But
Yeah.
I felt like after chaining with her, I was like, oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like. This is exactly what it is. And then I also had a moment where I was like, ooh, I'll do a whole lot better next time when she comes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I
Okay, I see.
better. If anything, she just motivated me to do better. And ever since then, my training has gotten a lot more crisp, gotten a lot more clean. Like
I see.
everything I have done since that day forward, like she just motivated me in a different way. So yeah.
I love that. Well, yeah, I'm banking on the match happening sometime in the future. Who knows when, who knows
I
where,
like
but
good chemistry. I felt like we had good chemistry. And she was
I
so
see it too. Yeah, I can only imagine. And yeah, I feel like her technical style plus your high energy, like you're the spark, right? Your high energy, high flying maneuvers plus her technical style and
mm-hmm.
all of your like theatrics in the ring. I don't know how we'll make this happen, but we will make it happen. Okay, we are we are manifesting that for you so
Thank
bad.
you, thank you, thank you.
Of course, we wanted to. So yeah, now I guess we can move on to your excursion in Japan for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, which was absolutely insane. Oh my god! First of all, you fit in there like you've been there forever. So amazing. But of course, I would like to think that when you were getting into the promotion for the first time, like when you came into Japan, maybe there was some sort of culture shock or adjustment that you had to do. So I want to know, like, were there any notable names on the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling roster who sort of helped ease you into things and sort of introduced you to everyone? Was there anyone in particular who helped you get into the hang of things?
um, well, I always have to give like credit to Shoko Nakajima because Shoko is the reason why
Right.
I even got to TJPW, and for that I will always thank her. I always tell her thank you so much. I bet she thinks I'm so
Right.
annoying because
No, probably
yeah,
loves you.
but um, yeah, she literally was the reason I got to Japan. And the first time I walked in there for practice, she was like, "Oh, Jada, Jada son, good,
So
American,
cute.
from America." And I love that so much. But they also had these two other foreigners too that are training with TJPW right now, and their name is Kira and Ivy, and they both speak
Yes.
English as well. So I kind of just stuck by Kira and Ivy's side. Ivy's my little new bestie. I love her. They're from Australia and the UK. Amazing.
Yeah.
But everybody was so nice. Like this girl named Mocha-san, this girl named
Yes.
Mifu san. Like
Ashta.
they're everybody's just amazing, and I felt comfortable like from the start. Like nobody made me feel uncomfortable. I just
Right.
let me fit in, and that was really really nice to feel.
Right, right. And you look perfectly like in sync with everyone, like if that makes sense. Like as I mentioned earlier, like it seemed like you've been there before. Like the chemistry you had with the other girls, because you've had lots of matches on there, right? And it just seemed like it just made sense visually speaking. And like the matches translated as well that, you could mix with their style and they could mix with yours. And it was
Yeah.
a delight to see. My God. You mentioned like you got to train with some of the girls as well. So,
Mhm.
what's something in their training sessions over in TJPW that maybe you learned for the first time coming into them?
Um, Honestly, I would say I was pretty prepared, and I feel like
All
that
right.
was because I trained at the New Japan Dojo in
Yeah.
Atlanta prior to that. And had I not trained there, I would have been cooked because every single drill we did at the dojo, we did in Japan. Now,
Oh,
it might be a little bit more technical because New Japan is more like freestyle wrestling,
mm,
just 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 getting down and seeing what you can like what you can make, like what art you can make in the
I
ring
see.
versus
Okay.
like Japanese, it's more like sharp. Like they're very quick
Yeah.
with their movements, but very precise. And I feel like quick can get mixed up with sloppy, but they're very, very clean, right? But I just feel like New Japan literally helped me that way. They do more like blow up drills, I would say, um, than what I'm used to, like in ring. But yeah, New Japan helped me because the judo rolls and bumps and
Right.
everything down to a T. New Japan helped me for sure.
True. Zara Zacher, I think she said the exact same thing. Like the New Japan Dojo really helped a lot with her excursions. I'm glad that it
Literally,
sort of yeah, it sort of helped give you guys like that foundation on what to expect
I'm
come Japan. So yeah.
so glad.
Yeah, for sure. So now let's talk about some of the matches. Well, one particular match that I want to talk about. You got to be in the semi-main event of Korakuen Hall against Suzume for the International Princess Championship. Holy shit. Was this match insane. And you were actually Suzume's first challenger for her first like major singles championship run. So was there sort of some kind of pressure going into that? Like, of course, we've seen you in high pressure situations before, like your match with Shoko over on DPW and all your other championship matches, but was there extra pressure added to, facing Suzume in such a historic venue in wrestling?
Yeah, oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, even talking about it gets me emotional because I remember like when I found out, I would just like was like, wait, what? Me? Why? What? Yes, I would do it.
Lord.
And that's so crazy. Not me actually tearing up. See,
No. Oh my god.
I just love this shit so much. And
Yeah.
Suzume too has like been one of my favorites too. So the fact that I got to wrestle her, be her first challenger, not only that, but semi-main at Korakuen Hall is freaking
Right.
amazing. And it was just a dream come true. And it was everything that I could have ever imagined. And I remember like we had to meet at 8 o'clock that morning. I remember like I didn't sleep that night. I maybe slept like an hour,
Mm.
literally an hour. And I just woke up and I was just like emotional all morning.
Oh
But
my god.
Suzume made it so easy. She's
Mm.
she's one of the best.
Yeah, listen, I love myself some Suzume. I love her. I love her tag team run with Arisu. I love her singles run now. And when I found out that you were going to be her first challenger when the match was announced, I said these girls are gonna kill each other in the best way possible. And it was so amazing. And I'm so happy that it meant so much to you. And I also wanted to ask because after the match, you guys gave each other that sign of respect and you rolled out to ringside and everyone was giving you an applause and you were visibly very emotional, which really goes to show how much passion you had. It felt really nice to see
Like,
as a
they gave
fan.
me so much love. Like
Yeah.
in Japan, like I seen it, like I always watch, but I always know that they clap, and I'm like, but they're silent. But I'm like, no, they're there though. Like
Yeah, they are.
they're visibly there with you, and the fact that like I had all the streamers because I remember being told like
Right.
they were like, hey, like we don't know how many streamers you're gonna get because it's up to them, and I was like, I'm not
Right.
no streamers. They don't know me, and the next thing I know, I see all these red and black streamers. It was just so cool.
So perfect. Yeah.
So
Love
cool.
it. What was going through your mind that, the match was over, people were giving you their respect, and the excursion sort of came to a close briefly after that? What was going through your mind?
I remember it being like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss being here so much. I like what I just kept thinking. I'm gonna miss this crowd. I'm gonna miss this feeling. I'm gonna miss this energy. I'm gonna miss being in a locker room so freaking positive. And like
Mm,
that helped out. Everybody was helping out with everything. Like ringside,
right.
the quickest I have ever experienced. Okay, not play any games, and they're very organized. They're very, very
Yes.
organized, and I feel like even down to the video packages, like they had me beating Suzume last excursion. So the people who didn't know that, like they were more invested. So when I went to go hit my handspring cutter, which I beat her on last time, they were like,
Yeah.
saw it in the crowds, like the fans' face. They were like, oh my God, like she's about to win again. And then when Suzume dropped, kicked me,
Right.
like, oh my God.
Mm,
Like we took it on that emotional roller coaster. And I feel like um in America, we could do better at like reminding the fans what happened 2 months ago or a month ago or even 2 weeks.
right.
People have bad memory, and
For
they were just
sure.
organized and everything. And it was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna miss this so much, but I know I'm gonna be back soon. So
Oh,
I'm like,
yes.
I'll be back soon, and I can't wait to come back. So
Right, right. And there are times that TJPW goes to the US as well. And, some of their former foreigners do appear there every once in a while. So who knows? But
right,
yeah,
I
definitely.
hope I'm like top on the list.
Right, definitely. I could see that happening. But yeah, I guess sort of to wrap things up with your Japan excursion, like what would you say sets Japan apart from other places you've wrestled in? Because you've been in the US, obviously. You've
Mhm.
wrestled in Mexico, but what would you say sets Japan apart, specifically TJPW?
Like I was explaining a little bit earlier too, like how family oriented they are. Like
Mm,
everybody, there's no cliques. Everybody's just kind of together.
yeah.
Um, and they all love wrestling and they all want to get better. They're all so caring. Like, one time, um, I was doing a move and it got messed up, like practicing with one of the girls, and they were just like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm so sorry." And I'm just like, oh, it's okay. Like they're so caring and they don't even know me. Um,
Right.
and that just makes everybody feel a little bit more special,
Yeah.
when you feel wanted and cared about. Um, but they're just amazing. They just made me feel like family. And it's like I want to go back ASAP. And I feel like not a lot of places give that. So
Right, right. Well, I'm pretty sure TGPW and any other Japanese promotion out there would be very, very lucky to have you on. And I feel like, you could always go on another Japan excursion, different companies. There's like a million Joshi companies out there, right?
hello.
Right.
Go everywhere, literally.
So, and I'm pretty sure this TJPW excursion just got your name out there even more. So I'm really excited to see where else Jada Stone goes, and I feel like the sky's the limit. No pun
Thank
intended, as
you.
Mercedes fans, but but yeah, the sky's the limit for you. So I guess just to sort of wrap things up, I ask this to all of my guests, so I want to know, like, as someone who's experienced an excursion in Japan as a wrestler, what's a piece of advice that you would give to future foreign wrestlers who maybe want to visit Japan to learn the style? Like, what's one piece of advice that you would give them?
Do it. Go for
Yeah,
it. And when you get that opportunity, like, don't let anything get in the way. Like, take in that opportunity, because I did, and it's an experience I'll never forget. Um and just keep going no matter what. Like, cuz
right.
it's hard to get to Japan, not gonna lie. And actually, I was supposed to go back in October of last year, and that didn't end up happening. And I remember being heartbroken about it. I literally was crying about it. Like, literally, I was know about it. It's so annoying. I was so upset. I was crying because it just didn't work out. But then this opportunity happened, and
Yeah,
it's for the better, like, everything happens for a reason. So just keep going. Get there. And I literally there's 2 classes per day, Monday through Friday, and I was there both classes. And they were kind of shook that I was there for the beginners and advanced class. But like I said, like, I just want to get better. So go to Japan
right.
to get better, because there's no point if you are not wanting to improve on every certain level, because
Correct.
they're all amazing there. So you should want to be amazing too, you know?
That's right. We should all be at the best
You
version
want to
of
be the best.
ourselves.
You want to be the
Yeah,
best.
exactly,
And
exactly.
what other way
And
to be the best than to train with the best? So
correct. And you did just that in the most amazing way possible. I'm pretty sure you got yourself some new fans all around the world. And we love ourselves some Jada Stone. And yeah, Jada Stone, thank you so much for coming on the show. It means a lot. It was really fun recapping your tour in Japan and all other sorts of things. Hope you enjoyed your time here. But of course, before we let you off, maybe you want to drop in your socials. Where can we find you? Where can we follow you? Let us know.
yeah, so Instagram, Jada.Stone with 3 E's. Why? Because it's my favorite number.
All
um,
right.
so Twitter or X at Jada Stone with 3 E's, no dot with that. And then Jada Stone on Facebook and TikTok. Oh, and YouTube. Jada Stone.
Oh, right. Jada does have a YouTube channel where a lot of her matches are posted. So
Yeah,
if you want to see some of
I'm
her,
actually about to add more matches too. So
all right.
keep updated to YouTube. So yeah.
There you go. So if you guys want to check out some Jada Stone, I'll be sure to link all of her stuff in the description below. Check out her YouTube. That's where a lot of her matches are. And yeah, Jada, thank you so much for coming on the show. It really means a lot. It was really fun. And on my end, be sure to follow Joshi Journals on all your favorite social media platforms at Joshi Journals. So that's all for today. Thanks everyone for listening and enjoy your Joshi wrestling. Bye.